आप सभी को नमस्कार। आज इकट्ठे हुए हैं हम विमेन रिजर्वेशन बिल पर बातचीत करने के लिए। तो यहाँ आए हुए सभी स्टूडेंट्स को, सभी एमपीस महोदय, मुख्य अतिथि, सबको हाथ जोड़कर नमस्कार और आप सबका यहाँ पे हम सादर अभिनंदन करते हैं। इसी कड़ी में आगे मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूँगी सरदार गुरनाम सिंह चढ़ूनी जी, जो बीआरएस के किसान सेल के राष्ट्रीय नेता हैं और बीकेयू चढ़ूनी के नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट हैं। सर, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी कि इस महिला बिल के बारे में आपके क्या विचार हैं?
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा हमारी बेटी कविता जी का, जिन्होंने बहुत अच्छा ये मुद्दा देश के सामने उठाया है। और सभी का जो सभी मौजूद हमारे भाई, हमारी बहनें मंच पे बैठे हैं, सामने बैठे सभी हमारे भाई, बच्चे, हमारे पत्रकार भाई, देखिए हर क्षेत्र में महिलाओं ने कीर्तिमान स्थापित किए। चाहे पढ़ाई में देख लें, चाहे खेल में देख लें, चाहे नौकरी के क्षेत्र में देख लें और चाहे राजनीति के क्षेत्र में देख लें, सभी जगह जो महिलाओं का काम है वो बहुत अच्छा और बहुत टॉप पर रहा है। और ये जो मुद्दा है कि महिला बिलवाड़ा के बराबर हिस्सा होना चाहिए, जब आबादी बराबर है तो हमारा विचार है कि हिस्सा भी बराबर जरूर होना चाहिए देश को चलाने में, देश का नेतृत्व करने में। तो हम इस बात का समर्थन करते हैं और उसके साथ साथ ये भी कहते हैं कि देश की जितनी राजनीतिक पार्टियां, जितने सामाजिक संगठन, जितने हमारे मीडिया वाले भाई, उन सबको भी इसका समर्थन करना चाहिए। सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। इसी कड़ी में मैं आगे आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगी मिसेस रेखा, जो सोशल एक्टिविस्ट हैं। मैम, आप महिला बिल से संबंधित अपने क्या विचार रखते हैं? महिलाओं को आगे आना चाहिए, नहीं आना चाहिए?
आप सबको मेरी नमस्कार। मैं अमेरिका से आई हुई हूँ। इनको अप्रिशिएट करते हैं कविता मैम को। तो इनके साथ अभी 2-3 दिन पहले वहाँ बैठे थे एक मोर्चा प्रोटेस्ट ऑन द वुमेन्स रिजर्वेशन बिल। आई एम डिलाइटेड टू सी प्रियंका चतुर्वेदी, whom I admire so greatly, and I always reply to your tweets from New York, let me tell you that. And most of all, who's called me here is to be blamed is Vineet Narayan, my brother. He pushed me onto the stage. I don't know why. But what I want to congratulate all of you about is so nice to see you youngsters from schools, because when we participated in the women's empowerment movement time of the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, we spoke about GEMS, which was gender equality movement in schools. I hope you people remember that, read about it. And there were so many others. We were CEDAW, we were VAW, Violence Against Women. There was so much that we guys did. And we are so happy that your younger generation is carrying it forward. So our blessings to you people. This must be done. We must get it. It is, something that has been lingering for more than 26 years. So it's about time. Sardarji said very rightly that we are half the population, so we should get our rights. But not because of that. We must get our rights because we deserve our rights. We have worked for it. We work equally so well in every sphere. So the nation won't advance if we don't advance. We get empowered, the nation gets empowered. And, it's women's empowerment is nice because when a woman learns to fight, she can fight any coward. So that's what's important when women get forward. So I'm not going to talk too much because I'm always caught unprepared. I can speak volumes on the women's bill and the women's movement because I've been an activist almost since birth. I got it from my mom. But today there are so many other distinguished people here and I should not bite into their time. So they must speak. I came to hear more than talk myself. But children, my blessings are for you. Please carry this message forward from your homes, into your schools, into your communities, that women are your equals. All right? Thank you.
थैंक यू वेरी मच मैम। महिलाएं 50% आबादी की हकदार हैं, वो वोट देती हैं, 50% की संख्या में हम मौजूद हैं, तो हमें सत्ता में आने का अधिकार क्यों नहीं है? मैम आपने सही क्वेश्चन रेज किया है। इसी कड़ी में प्रियंका चतुर्वेदी मैम से पूछना चाहूंगी कि मैम आपका इस बिल के लिए और आपकी पार्टी का क्या स्टैंड है?
Before Priyanka you speak, because you missed out of the introduction, I just wanted to request you that this roundtable conference wants to primarily focus on what tools can be utilized inside the House of the Parliament to draw the attention of the government, like adjournment motions, like questions, like tabling private member bills, etc. So if you could also include that in your speech.
So thank you so much for your kind words. Firstly, about me, I had no idea that I had fans in New York and they respond to my tweets. So thank you so much. Thank you, Kavitha ji, for making me a part of this discussion, the roundtable discussion. When you mentioned the discussion and the tools we can use, the most important tool which you have, Sumati has been a part of, that I started an initiative where young girls like them could apply to a fellowship program where they could intern with women members of parliament. Women, supporting women, helping them with research, and they giving them their experience and exposure and a platform. And from there on, they would intern for 3 months with a policy think tank. So that when they go as, as someone with that fellowship, they are equipped not just to speak up on politics, but also on policy. And they're just not afraid with the kind of trolling that you see online when women are asked to keep quiet, women are told that they cannot speak beyond the point, they don't know much, they don't know enough. We know enough, we will contribute enough, and we will contribute as much as we want. And why should we stop at 50%? We can claim for 60% too, because that has been denied to us. One more thing I'd like to bring to everyone's attention, and something that always keeps playing in my mind, and I keep telling at every repeated discussion that we have on this. USA had to fight, the women in USA had to fight for their right to vote. They fought for it for several years. Our Indian constitution makers were so visionary and progressive in their thought that when they drew up the constitution, they decided that right equal on the basis of the gender. So when we had such constitutional makers, what stops us? Why were the barriers created to keep women out of politics? And that is where we need to change the equation. How we change the equation? One tool I've already mentioned, that we as women parliamentarians have contributed. Sumati has been kind enough to accommodate some of our interns. At the same, oh, I'm so sorry. I keep calling her that. Oh, okay. The other part that we do, which I have also spoken about through my private members bill, is not about, I would say particularly about reservation, but about making policy and politics accessible for women. Every point in the parliament, and people keep telling me that women angle every